So now we'll find out the relation between Young modulus, modulus of rigidity, and bulk modulus. Okay, E, C, and K. This Young modulus, modulus of rigidity, and bulk modulus. So what you have got, if an subject is subjected to a axial tensile load. So in that cases we have got volumetric strain E is equal to del L by L plus del D by D plus del T by T. So this is longitudinal strain. So del L by L longitudinal strain, and this two term del D by D and del T by T is lateral strain. Okay, so we know here we can write if V is equal to longitudinal strain minus 2 into lateral strain. Okay, we can write here plus longitudinal strain plus 2 into lateral strain. Again we know that lateral strain is equal to lateral strain minus mu into longitudinal strain. So here we can write EV is equal to longitudinal strain, this will be minus mu into, you can see lateral strain is equal to minus mu into longitudinal strain. So we can write 2 into minus here plus, or you can write plus 2 into minus mu into longitudinal strain. Okay, so ultimately we can write longitudinal strain minus 2 mu into longitudinal strain. That means that EV is equal to so longitudinal strain we know del L by L, then minus 2 into mu into longitudinal strain del L by L. So we can write del L by L is equal to 1 minus 2 mu. Okay, so we can write EB is equal to del L by L 1 minus 2 mu, while the rectangular object is subjected to a tensile axial load. Okay, in that case volumetric strain is equal to del L by L into 1 minus 2 mu. Now if you consider a rectangular object which is subjected to a mutually tensile load in mutually three perpendicular direction x, y, z. So in any direction, that is sigma x, corresponding stress is sigma x, that is sigma z, and that is sigma y. Okay, so if you consider x, this y, that is z, if length x, breadth and width y, z. So what will be the volume? Volume is equal to x into y into z. Now if you take logarithm in both sides, So you can write log b plus is equal to log x plus log y plus log z. Now if you differentiate, so we can have 1 by d dv plus dv is equal to 1 by x dx plus 1 by y dy plus 1 by z dz. That means dv by v is equal to dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z. So dv by v is equal to, we have got ev, so that is equal to dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z. So dx by x is strain in every direction. So strain in every direction we can write ex, dy by y strain in y direction, uy, strain in z direction we can write ez. That means v is equal to ex plus uy plus ez. Now if we go for tensile strain, now if you consider tensile strain, suppose due to sigma x in x direction there will be tensile strain, so that will be sigma x by E. Due to this sigma x tensile stress, strain in x direction, that is sigma x by E. Okay, so this is the tensile strain. Okay, so due to this tensile strain will be there in x direction, so other two direction y and z direction, that will be minus mu sigma y by E, another is mu sigma z by E. Okay, now that is due to this tensile stress in x direction, so tensile strain in other two direction, that will be minus, so we can write this ex tensile strain, so that is equal to sigma x by E minus sigma y by E minus mu sigma z by E. Similarly, when you consider sigma y tensile stress in y direction, due to tensile stress in y direction, tensile strain, that will be sigma y by E, and other two direction, that will be minus sigma x mu by E and minus mu sigma z by E. Similarly, if you consider tensile stress in z direction, so due to this tensile stress in z direction, tensile strain will be sigma z by E, and other two direction, that will be minus mu sigma y by E and minus mu sigma x by E. Okay, so if you take tensile strain in x direction, tensile strain in y direction, and tensile strain in z direction, so that will be sigma x by E in x direction minus mu sigma y by E and mu sigma z by E, and Ey is equal to sigma y by E minus mu sigma x by E minus mu sigma z by E, and z direction z by E minus mu y by E minus mu sigma x by E. Okay, now if you add, so volumetric strain we know EB is equal to, so you add all sigma x by E minus mu sigma y by E minus mu sigma z by E plus sigma y by E minus mu sigma x by E minus mu sigma z by E plus sigma z by E minus x by E minus mu sigma y by E. Okay, now you can see that we have here EV is equal to sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z by E. Then you can see that other this here EV is equal to sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z by E. Then minus, you can see sigma y here, another sigma y here, so minus 2 mu sigma y by E or you can write minus 2 mu here sigma x, you can see here sigma x by E 2 times sigma y by E, that is 2 times sigma z by E, that is also 2 times, so 2 mu by E sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z we can write, so we can write 1 by E sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z 1 by E common, 1 minus 2 mu, so we can write, if you consider sigma x, sigma y, sigma z, sigma x, sigma y and sigma z is equal to sigma, we can write 1 by E into sigma 1 minus 2 mu. So similarly we can write E is equal to we can write 1 by EV sigma into 1 minus 2 mu. So similarly we can write sigma by EV that is equal to bulk modulus K. So we can write E is equal to K into 1 minus 2 mu. So K is equal to 1, E is equal to K into 1 minus 2 mu. So there is a relation between Young modulus, bulk modulus and mu. Okay. So we can prove one relation, we can actually one relation Young modulus, bulk modulus and Poisson's ratio. Okay. So you have understood. Thank you.